When we can learn to be unconditionally grateful, to accept whatever comes our way in life, to surrender to this present moment, to allow this moment to be the way that it is, ironically, this is one of the most powerful energies to be in when it comes to manifesting things into your life. Because when we can fully surrender, but simultaneously have an intention to go in a certain direction, this is what I believe to be one of the most powerful formulas to manifest anything into your life in the fastest way possible and in the easiest way possible. And so being unconditionally grateful is actually what I believe one of the best ways to actually accomplish this. And so in this video, what we're going to be talking about is how to connect with unconditional gratitude. Gratitude that's not based on any condition. It's not based on a thought or how much money you have in your bank account or how you feel or your relationships. It's going to allow you to step into that feeling and that gratitude frequency regardless of your life circumstance, to be in that surrendered state, which will actually allow you to manifest more into your life. And so that's what we're going to be talking about in this video, is how to connect with unconditional gratitude, which I believe is, once again, the highest form, well, I don't know if I said it actually, is the highest form of gratitude. And also I do believe that this is a manifestation hack. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. So the first step to this process is understand that you can actually be grateful for the fact that you're just aware right now. The fact that you have a sense of awareness, the fact that you're even conscious to begin with, prior to anything you have in your life or anything that you think or any affirmation, even before you say I'm grateful, even before you have a relationship, even before you have a negative experience, before the highs and the lows, can you sense that you are even just conscious right now? And that awareness of the fact that you're somehow conscious, miraculously, prior to anything you experience in your life, you're somehow conscious. That is instantly actually raising your frequency, because you can, and you can't use an affirmation for this, because just being aware of being awareness already creates this freedom in your life. But you can take it a step further and actually combine affirmations with this if you want to raise your frequency even more. But it's important to understand that you can actually be grateful for literally just the fact that you exist right now. How miraculous is that? We take this for granted, right? The fact that you're even conscious right now, the fact that you're able to process these words and be watching this video, staring into, this person that's talking to you right now, you're actually conscious. That is a miraculous thing. Don't take this for granted. So you can be grateful for this. Be grateful for the fact that you even exist right now. Sure, sometimes the highs come in life, sometimes the lows come in life, but your true essence transcends all of that. Don't hold on to that, but be aware of it. You can't hold on to it. It's something to hold on to. It's not a thing. It's just you can't even quite call it a sense, because it's this realization, this awareness that you are just aware, that you have consciousness. It's not even a sense, it's just knowing. It's a illogical knowing that's within you at all times. And so my proposition is be grateful for that sense, quote unquote, because it's not quite a sense. And so I want you to understand that when you can become aware of that spaciousness, when you can realize who you truly are beyond all thoughts, beyond all forms, when you can become aware of that essence of who you truly are, not by thinking about it, but just by becoming aware of it. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. If you become conscious right now of your breathing, How do you know you're breathing right now? You just become aware of that spaciousness. There's something there to observe the awareness, right? I mean, to observe your breath, right? There's something there. What is that something that's observing your breath? That somethingness, as I even speak these words to you, it might actually start to open up a space within you where you're starting to tap into it, not by thinking of it, but the words that are flowing out of my mouth might actually start to instantly make you become aware of that. And you actually start to notice that you become more in tune with this present moment as I say that, and you start to feel more accepting of whatever is, even if it's negative, even if it doesn't feel so good. And that is unconditional gratitude. Because this is so powerful, because this is what actually allows you to detach from your ego. When you can become aware in any present moment and notice that you are not your thoughts, that you are not your ego, that you are not your body, you are not your mind, you are not your emotions, not by believing the words that I tell you, but by proving it for yourself in this present moment if you really want. It's not going to happen it's right there. Your consciousness is right there, right here, right now. It's not happening. It doesn't take 10 years of meditation to realize that awareness. It's just a sense that you exist right now and you notice it. That's it. It's that simple. This might take time for some people, so to speak, but it's actually right there under your nose, but you just have to quote unquote sense it. And so this is unconditional gratitude. And what you can do from this space of awareness is understand that actually nothing that comes your way has to suck you in to it. A thought doesn't have to suck you in. Your own emotions don't have to suck you in. Your fears don't have to suck you in. In fact, even positive emotions are something that you don't want to get sucked into, because that's attachment. When you're saying, I'm grateful for this thing, that's great and that can help you manifest. But you see that if you're attached to the positive and you're scared of losing the positive, if you're grateful with an attachment to the gratitude and you're not connected to the unconditional source that you truly are, actually you haven't reached a level that is allowing you to manifest the best possible things into your life. Because if you're in that space of fear and ego and there's no unconditional gratitude, what's going to actually start to happen is, even if you manifest something into your life with the limited ego and the limited form of gratitude, which is still powerful, what's going to happen is you might be afraid of losing it because you're attached to it. And if you're afraid of losing something, you're attached to it. So it's so funny, because when we want to manifest money and we don't have it and we're attached to it, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't have the money. Where's this money? How long is it going to take? You know, I'm grateful. Okay, I'm grateful for what I have now. But what happens if you lose what you have now? What happens if you lose what you have? Or what happens if you get the money and then you're so scared of losing it that actually you're so scared and you're so attached of losing the money that you lose it somehow, because you're in that frequency of fear, of course. And that frequency of fear makes you take action that is totally out of balance. And when I say out of balance, I just mean out of whack, in the sense that a person can be, not you in particular, but a person can be so scared of losing something that they take action from that space of being scared to lose it. And so why am I saying all this? Because the solution is unconditional gratitude. It's to detach from the false self, to realize what you actually are. You were never a story. You were never the fear. The fears that come up in your life are not valid. And so the best place to manifest from, I personally believe, is to be aware of the fact that nothing has to give you fulfillment. Nothing on the outside. No thought, no emotion. Even if you're going through a negative experience, even if you're experiencing something negative, the resistance to the negativity actually keeps that negativity going in your life. That's the paradox. That's the paradox of all of this. Is that when we're resisting something in our life, when we're fighting a negative emotion, when we're saying, this shouldn't be here right now. And then, for example, we try to use limited gratitude, conditional gratitude. Even with conditional gratitude, there's a fear there. There's a, like, some people, like, affirmations are powerful, but I'll share with you right now, just to conclude this video, the limitation of why affirmations don't work for a lot of people. Because if we're using affirmations from a space of being scared that we're not going to get the manifestation, or we don't want to be where we are right now, what actually begins to happen is we're in complete resistance to the present moment. And that resistance is so strong that we're just slapping like a little band-aid on top of that deep resistance in our hearts, And so if we can learn to stop fighting what we feel, to stop resisting what we feel, to allow this present moment to be, actually this is the best space to manifest from. And it's a big paradox. Like, Francis, how's this going to manifest? Like, how is me, like, no, Francis, I need more affirmations. I need more of this. Like, Francis, I don't believe you. I need to be focusing more on what I want, not none of this like acceptance stuff. But the problem is that if you don't accept where you are, you're actually unconsciously feeding the thing that you don't want to manifest. Because yes, focus on what you want, not what you don't want. But if you're unconsciously resisting where you are and you can't be unconditionally grateful, you're literally feeding into the thing that you don't want to see happen in your life. You're literally feeding into the negative things into your life, and you might be doing it completely unconsciously. So this is the problem with the ego. Unconditional gratitude is just another word for me to communicate. Detach from your ego, become conscious of this present moment, and don't fight what you're feeling. That's all I mean. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is don't be in resistance to where you are. And if you can start to not be in resistance to where you are and accept where you are, you'll start to notice that all the things that you want in your life start to happen a lot better. You can still take the action you need to take. You can still do affirmations. You can still do what techniques work for you. You can still take action. All the masculine sides of life still work here, but because you're in this frequency of complete acceptance and you've integrated the feminine aspect of life, which is to be completely detached from the outcome, now what starts to happen is your manifestations go through the roof. And this is the missing link for a lot of people, is that they have the affirmations, they do the things, but they're still living from ego. They're still, they're putting in the effort, but it's time to make a manifestation effortless. Set your intentions, do what you have to do, but please allow your life to be what it is now. And you'll see that if you're scared to do that because you're not going to get the manifestation, notice how scared you might be to accept the now. And if you're scared to accept the now because you're thinking that's not going to help me manifest, that's exactly the thing you want to accept, because fear is blocking you from manifesting. When you can be in detachment and accept that maybe the manifestation won't come, that's giving you the highest probability of allowing the manifestation to come. Actually, if you want the highest probability of your manifestation to come into your life, you want to be okay with the fact that you're not going to get it. But it's just, I'm not saying you're not going to get it. I'm saying to just be okay with the fact that it might not happen. And it's like, well, Francis, how do I do that? Because this is the game you're playing. If you're the key is to still want what you want, still go after it, but whatever you can do to be okay with what's right now. If you can find that balance, you're going to manifest things into your life at an accelerated rate, guaranteed. Okay? So start testing this. If you feel negative emotion in your life, test just allowing it to be there. Connect to that space of consciousness, awareness, of allowing, of just being aware, not having any intentions, not trying to chase anything, not trying to create anything, but finding peace with where you are right now. And then start to notice how things change in your external world very quickly. I'm serious. Start to notice that you feel better in your body because you're allowing yourself to feel how you feel. You're not fighting your emotions. You're not fighting. You're healing. You're shining the light on the darkness. And watch how maybe a day or two later, that thing that you were so attached to just comes. It's like, oh my gosh, you know what? I can't take all this manifestation stuff anymore. I feel angry. I'm just gonna let myself be angry right now. And then you accept that, you feel into that, you give yourself love, you give yourself consciousness. And the next day, boom, you get a message from that person, or you get the thing that you wanted to get, or you get the money, or you get the raise, or whatever you're trying to manifest. It comes. This happens to me on a consistent basis. I'm attached to my ego. I detach, I accept, and then things just start happening. Maybe they don't happen. I don't care anymore because I'm already good. I feel so good in my body that I don't even care that it comes anymore. And then it starts coming. And when you're at that low frequency, that's the last thing you want to hear. But if you can find that thing, Abraham Hicks calls it the vortex. If you can find that vortex of being so happy with where you are, feeling so content, being at such a high frequency, not necessarily that you feel good all the time, but high frequency in the sense that you accept everything that comes your way unconditionally, that is the exact thing you need to manifest all the things your heart wants into reality. So that is all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for free consultation. As always, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.